Hi everybody, it's Crystal. Welcome to my channel, Bagoday Crochet, where we talk about everything yarn and crochet related here, and sometimes knit. So, thank you for joining me. So today we're going to be talking about some yarn. Now I have to say, I've showed a lot of yarn on my channel from a lot of different companies. And I think this one right here was the one I was most excited about receiving. I have waited 3 weeks to receive this. Okay, so this might be a company that many of you have heard of or are familiar with. I bought this on Etsy, and the store is Melody by Waltram yarn. So they have the most beautiful yarn cakes I think that you will ever see. You know what? I don't even know. I can't say that. I can only say it by judging by the picture, because Stinley makes some beautiful yarn cakes. I think we should bust this open and look at it. But I have waited. I ordered on November 11th or October 11th, and it is now November 2nd, so just a little over 3 weeks, but it does state that it will take that long. So because it's dyed, or I don't know how they get it. They get it shipped from somewhere or something. Anyways, it takes that long. She states that it takes that long. She shipped it. As soon as she shipped it, it got here, I think, in 2 days. So she made it within her time frame. Everything was, as far as what shipping and the time frame, everything went well. But I guess the truth's in the box, right? Let's open it and let's look. I'm so excited. Now this shipped priority mail from Connecticut. Yeah. You ever been wanting something so bad and you waited for so long? It's almost like you don't want to open it, because then the wait and the anticipation will be over. But I want to see what's inside. Hey, I do have a tutorial for this hat. You'll find it in my hat playlist. I forgot what it's called, but you'll be able to see it. All right, let's do it. I didn't get a lot of cakes, because I will say the cakes are not cheap, but you can get them in different sizes. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. It's been what I've been waiting for so long. I'm not going to look yet. I'm going to pull out the invoice. Yep. Authorized U.S. distributor of Melody by Waltram yarn. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's look at it, okay? Hand-dyed gradients. Hand-tied gradient, whatever that means. Okay. All right. Okay, well, let's see. I got some tea. Yeah, not a tea fan, but my daughter will drink that. So why don't we look at what we got here? Sometimes you expect things. I don't know where to start and where to begin. I'm gonna grab this one right here and see what we got. Let me set this box on the floor. Oh, wow. Wowee. That's a pretty cake of yarn. Look at that sparkle. Doesn't that remind you of a fairy princess? Maybe Tinkerbell? I don't know. Made in Switzerland. The color of this one is called Fairy Tale. All right. It's 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. That is what this yarn is. I'm kind of going a little slow because I'm not so, I don't really know here. I'm pairing up to their picture on their site. Now you can get this with or without sparkle. Of course, the sparkle is absolutely stunning. It looks like fairy dust from Tinkerbell, doesn't it? All right, so when you buy this yarn, they have a lot of different options. Okay, you can get it with or without the glitter. And you can also select different sizes as far as, a lot of them you can get them. Okay, so this yarn has plies. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. And they all have a charm on them too. Oh, I got a kitty cat. Excuse me. So they have plies. And when you look at them, I'll show you what I mean by that. This one has 4 little strands, not counting that strand of sparkle, of string. See that? 4 of them, not counting that sparkle. And sometimes you can get them with 3, and sometimes you can get them with 5. It just depends on which one you pick. And then you can get a different amount of yardage, like you want like a 7-ounce ball, 8.5-ounce ball, 10.5-ounce ball, different amounts of yardage. So what I bought here, I can't remember what I bought. I'm not sure how many yards this is. Okay, so this is 250 grams. It's 950 meters. So I got the 8.8 ounce ball, which is 1,038 yards. Okay, that's what I got. And I got the 4-ply one with sparkles. So it also shows us pictures of these where the color is in reverse. So where like the green would be in the middle and the yellow would be on outside. You can't choose which one you want. You get which one they send you. That I really wasn't, that I thought you should be able to choose, but they didn't have an option for that. But that's okay, because you can use it from the center or the outside. But I thought it would be nice if you could choose. I'm trying to give a thorough review on it. So, it says, the product is service sold and provided on wooltrim.com, may only be used for knitting clothes. The use for other purposes is prohibited unless and authorized by us in writing. The product must be kept away from children and animals. There is a danger of choking. The product must not be ignited or heated by fire or any other means. Okay. Okay, well, on here this says that this is good for a baby blanket. So, but I think that this would be a gorgeous shawl. I do like the little charm that they put on them. That's kind of like the little bead, you know, to keep your strands together. All right, enough of that one. So this one was, it's 8 and, you know, it really don't feel like it weighs that much. 8.8 ounces. I'm going to do a thorough review. I want to break out the scale here. I'll make sure you get what you pay for. So this is supposed to be 8.8 ounces. All right, let's check it out. Wow. And it's actually 9.6. So it did weigh what it weighs more than what it says. So that's awesome, which means there's probably more yardage than what it says. So which is good. It did weigh what it says. That's beautiful. This cake of yarn cost me $38. Now that is with the sparkle. You can get it cheaper without the sparkle. That's 8.8 ounces, 1,038 yards. Now remember, this is 4 strands together, not counting that sparkle. And it's probably going to be equivalent to a thicker 2-weight yarn. Whatever you want to say that is. I would probably say that. Oh, it's beautiful. I love that one. I think that's very pretty, and I would buy that. I would buy that again. There's so much sparkle in that. It's very pretty. I like it. And I think the color, they have, you know, so many colors. It's unimaginable how many colors they have. I mean, it's just so many. Okay. This one they had was on sale, I believe, because it was, no, it wasn't on sale. This was from their Pride Month. So this is the same. It's 250 grams. 8.8 ounces, 1,038 yards, and it is the 4-ply, which is the 4 strings together. This has no sparkle in it, so this one was $30. But there's my charm on that one, a little goldfish, cute, and it's the 50 acrylic, 50 cotton. So that's their Pride. Gorgeous. So you can say that this is similar to, I guess, Hobbies. They have one similar. For, let's see, this was $30 because it doesn't have no sparkle in it. For around the same price, a little bit more, but you can always catch those on sale. So, I would take, you know, this is beautiful yarn. I love it. I do. I think I would choose this one over Hobby. Yeah, I would. I would. That's pretty. I love that rainbow. And again, they had it backwards. You just don't know which one you're going to get. That's okay. I got a pretty one, and that's probably the way, if I had a shawl that started at the top, I'd probably start it in red. That is gorgeous. Okay, let me see what else I got here. Okay, I remember looking at this yarn a couple years ago and wanting it, and then I never got it. But I got it now. So this one is called Brown Sugar is the color of this one. Pink and browns. No sparkles up in this one. There's my charm. Each one has different charms. And again, this one is the 4-ply, 8.8 ounces, 1,038 yards, 250 grams. Now, when I say 4-ply, I don't mean in this, and when I'm saying it right now, I don't mean that it's a 4-weight. I mean there are 4 little plies there that are not spun together, and they equal probably a 2-weight. That would be my guess. A thicker 2, though. You guys can see that, right? That is a beautiful color. I love that. That's going to be a beautiful gradient shawl. Again, they had it in reverse, but I like this one better. Well, I guess it depends on if I start my shawl from top to bottom, but it's very, very pretty. This one was $30. I don't think that's a bad price. I really don't. I think that these are very, very pretty. I do like that sparkling one a lot, but I'm not done yet. I have a couple more, and one big. I have one that I'm super excited to see. I can kind of see it, but I can't see it. You know what I mean? Kind of, but can't yet. Okay, so this one is Christmas. Christmas time is here. Time for joy and time for cheer. Oh, that's a pretty yarn. I really love Christmas yarn. Gosh, that's a pretty yarn. You know, I had a yarn from Stinley that I was going to use for my Christmas yarn. I think this might be it and speed it out instead. That is gorgeous. So this one is called Happy Christmas Yarn. With glitter. So again, I did get the 4 strands, which equals about a thicker 2 weight, 8.8 ounces, 1,038 yards. I'm going to weigh this one just for fun to see that it weighs. Let me get that charm off of there because I know that takes some of the weight of it. I wonder what charm I got on my Christmas one. I wonder if it's going to have to do with Christmas. I can't even get it out. It's Cupid. That's okay. It's cute. Little angel. Alright, so I'm going to take that charm and throw it off so it doesn't weigh the charm. And this is 9.2 ounces. Now my scale is correct. It's not wrong. I use it for weighing my packages. So these actually do weigh more than the 8.8 like they say. Because I'm not weighing the charm at it. It's not on the scale, so. Wow. So this goes from white, look at that, to green to red with that gold sparkle. There is a lot of sparkle in that. And since I had, this was $38, I guess it's $8 to add sparkle because the other one was $38 for the sparkle. I would add sparkle for $8 all day because I'm a sparkle lover. That is pretty. Yeah, I think I'll choose this one for my Christmas shawl instead of the Stinley that I had picked out. Oh, wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. I'll go from white to green to red. That's what I'll do. Can you see that gold up in there? That's nice. That's pretty. And it smells clean. Keeping this one, so I'm smelling it. This one I'm keeping for sure. I'm gonna set it over here. Okay, now there was another pretty one. Now they called it a Christmas yarn as well, but I thought maybe it didn't have to be a Christmas yarn. It kind of looks like a Victorian Christmas yarn. It's called Christmas Tree, and again it is 250 grams. It's the same. $38 because I got sparkle in it. It's got the 4 plies, 8.8 ounces. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep this one too. Ho ho, this might be my favorite one so far. Look at that. Okay, I can see how they could say that's a Victorian Christmas, but then again, I think you could use this anytime that you wanted to use it. That is pretty. Wow. Look at the burgundy in the middle, and then you got your gold, green, and then it goes off to that brown. That's one gorgeous yarn, and that gold sparkle, that was a must. I mean, that just made, you can't have a Christmas yarn without sparkle, can you? I mean, you can, but sparkles is so much more intriguing, so much more Christmassy. Let's look at the charm on this one. It has nothing to do with Christmas, but it's an anchor. It's interesting to see what charm you get. I guess. You put a little hook on, you can have stitch markers. This one is my favorite so far. Wow. You know, I kind of wish I would have got sparkle in all of them, but I didn't. Actually, some of them didn't allow you to get sparkle either. But yes, that is so pretty. That light hits that right. Gosh, all you're going to see is sparkle. I'm going to put that in my keep pile. Okay. This one I thought was pretty. There's no sparkle in this one. And this one is called Mary Lou. It reminded me of a flower. And I love flowers, so that's why I got this one. Isn't it pretty? So if I was to make a shawl out of this, I would start with, I would make this at the top and make it go out to green on the bottom so it looked like a flower. That's beautiful. Again, like I said, they have them in reverse, but you don't get to choose. So, ooh, Mary Lou, you're beautiful. So you got dark green, and then it goes to a medium color green, and then got light mauve, medium color mauve, and then it goes off to like a mauvey purple color. Mary Lou, and this is the same. This one was $30 because it doesn't have a sparkle. It was the 1,038 yards, 8.8 ounces, and my charm is, I think that's a jellyfish. No, it's a hand. I don't know what that is. It's a jellyfish. I'm gonna weigh it. That is 9.0 ounces. So yes, they are weighing correctly and weighing more, which means that it's more yardage, which is fine. Yarn companies, I don't know if you know this, when they give you a weight, or they give you amount of yardage, that means, it doesn't mean that it's going to have that exact amount. It means that that is the minimum amount that it can have. So whether it be this yarn company, Lion brand, Walmart brand, any of them, they'll give you yardage. Say it says 420 yards. That means that is the minimum amount that can be in there. There can be more, but there cannot be less. So that's what that means. So these are weighing more, so that means there's a little more yardage than what they say. That one's very, very pretty. I think that would make a gorgeous, gorgeous spring shawl. Don't you think? I got a light over here blinding me out, so sorry about that. It's gorgeous. Yeah, green on the outside, put that mauve at the top. Very, very pretty. Gosh, it's hard to choose. Okay, I got 2 left here. 2 left. I couldn't go without this one, because I always love a good red. This is Bloody Mary. Now actually, this was one of their Halloween yarns, and I don't think they have it anymore. But I don't think it needs to be a Halloween yarn. It could just be a red and black shawl. That's so pretty. And the sparkle in this is red. You see that? Oh wow, that's so pretty. Bloody Mary. That is so, so beautiful. So it's pretty much just red and black, and it's going to gradiate out. Red, like in this picture, red on top, that's sparkly. See all that, you can see it. You just got to hit the light right. It's shining at night. Hitting that just right. Wow, that's pretty. That's pretty yarn. That's a pretty yarn. I gotta see the oh, they gave me one, since this was a Halloween yarn, it's a pumpkin. He's cute. Let's see what this weighs. So again, this is, all of my got were the 8.8 ounce ones. I just want to make sure they weigh up to what they say. This is 9.6. So yeah, it does, which is great. As long as they weigh what they say. I should weigh all my yarns from now on. I'm just kidding. This one's absolutely gorgeous. That red sparkle is very, very pretty. So again, this was 1,038 yards. It's like a thicker 2/8. A beautiful shawl material, top making material. All these are for the size that I got, and then me getting the 4 strands of yarn, which made it thicker. They were all $30, unless I got the sparkle and made them $38. Now I got one more to show you. Wow. Not really sure what to do about this one. So they had one called Colors of the Wind. Giant yarn cake. 1 kilogram yarn bobble. It's every color that they have all into one cake. You couldn't add glitter to it, okay? So that is 2 times the size of my head. Wow, it's the charm is the Tree of Life. I think that's what that is. I don't know if that is or not, but it's a big charm. It's got beads on it. Wow. There really ain't much more you can say on this one other than wow. That's a big cake of yarn. So this one is the 4-ply. So there was no choice on anything. You couldn't choose anything on this. You know what I mean? You just, it was what it was. You couldn't add sparkle. You couldn't choose what length you wanted. You just got what it was. Now they're calling it a fingering yarn, but you know what? I don't think that it is, because it's the 4-ply. I still say that's a thicker too, but you guys can, you know, whatever you guys think on that. It is heavy. So what do they say it weighs? 1 kilogram, huh? Wow. It says it weighs 2.2 pounds using every single color that they have available to them. 35.3 ounces or 4,154 yards. Let's weigh this bad boy up without the charm. Let me tear out my scale here. Get it to 0. Let's see what we weigh. Take that charm off of there. 35.3 or 2.2 pounds. This is actually 2.9 pounds. Let me go to the ounces. Let me tear that out again. I always like to do it twice, just to make certain. .7 ounces. So, is what it says. Yep, and it's supposed to be 35.3. So, you got about 41 ounces of yarn here, which is crazy. Yeah, nah, yep. I don't really know what to say about this one, because this, you know, this is a very, very beautiful cake of yarn, and my is it ever huge. I love every aspect of it. Will I be able to crochet this? It is thin. It's a 2/8. Well, only time will tell. It's heavy. This is one of the most prettiest cakes I think I've seen in a very long time. Now this definitely beats out any cake that I've purchased from Stanley. I don't know. It's very pretty, but you know what would have made this prettier? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a gorgeous cake yarn. Sparkle. If I was able to get this in sparkle, it would have been so pretty. It still is really pretty though. I love it. I love this big cake of yarn. It is so big. It is so huge. It weighs what they say, more than what they say. Like I said, every color that they have available that they dye yarn with is in here. And if you go, I'll leave a link to their Etsy shop. If you go to it, it'll show, there's a picture of it worked up into a blanket. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. So, my final thoughts. My video is so long. I love it all. I do not think that that any of these, even with Sparkle being $38, is overpriced. If you're comparing them to, you know, other yarns in a similar. You know, Yarn Art has yarns, but they're not quite as it's hard to put it into words. They're not quite as sparkly, for one. They don't have quite as many gradient colors in them. I'm not going to even compare them. I'm going to say that they're worth what they want for them. I would buy from this place again. I do wish it didn't take so long to get them, but I do understand that beauty takes time. Of course it does. And this is all very beautiful. I love my monster cake. What will I do with it? you guys have any ideas, you know what I'll probably do with it. I don't know. You guys probably know. But I can only keep so many. If I had to choose a favorite besides this big cake, because obviously that would probably be my favorite, because I mean it's so big and so pretty. It's so big and so pretty, and it's just a big cake of yarn. No, other than this one, if I had to choose a favorite, it would be this one. My Christmas tree color. No. Yeah. I think second would be this Christmas one, maybe. Because I'm a big fan of Christmas yarn. Actually, the second one would be tied with that one and the fairy. I don't know. Maybe Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary and the fairy. Any of the sparkle ones. No, I love them all. I love the rainbow one. I love the flower looking one. I love my brown sugar with the pink and the brown. Here's my pride one. I love that too. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, you know, it'd be impossible for me to pick a favorite on this one. If you guys have a favorite, let me know in the comment section below. So I'm going to put a link to this person's shop on Etsy that sells this stuff. Now remember, there were so many colors to choose from. You can get lots of different plies, or the three. Some I think some might have had 2, some might have had 3, some might have 4, some might have had 5. It just depended on which yarn you chose. Some of them you get sparkle, some of them you couldn't. And you can get different sizes of the weights, so which means different amounts of yardage. Like if I would have got the pride one or the rainbow one, I could have got 3 plies of it, which would have made it a lot thinner, you know. 547 yards was only $14. So I got free shipping too as well. But you got to purchase $150 to get free shipping. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know what shipping is, because I didn't do it. But they had a lot of them that I wanted, but I could not afford them. So I got some of the prettiest ones that I thought were pretty to my likings. I love them all. I would highly go back there again. I had a lot of people tell me about this shop. I knew about this shop, but a lot of people wanted me to buy from it and tell them what I thought about it. I think it's worth the money, but I always say yarn is worth what you will pay for it. In the end, I would pay for this all again, over and over and over. See you guys in my next video, okay?